What if I told you that the one thing standing between you and the life you've always dreamed of isn't talent, luck, or connections? It's something so simple that most people completely overlook it. A 32-year-old man living in a cramped Chicago apartment discovered this secret in a book, and what happened next changed everything. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll learn the exact strategy that took him from stuck and hopeless to unstoppable in just 30 days. Hey everyone, welcome to Book Breeze, where we break down life-changing books so you can transform your life one lesson at a time. Today, we're diving into How to Be Disciplined by Sheldon Howe, and specifically Chapter 1, which might just be the wake-up call you've been waiting for. Now, before we get into it, let me ask you something. How many times have you said to yourself, one day I'm gonna get in shape, or someday I'll start that business, or eventually I'll learn that new skill? If you're not in your head right now, you're not alone. And this story is about a guy just like you. Meet David. He's 32, lives alone in a small Chicago apartment, and works a job that's just okay. Nothing special. Every night, he comes home, scrolls through his phone, watches some Netflix, and goes to bed wondering, is this it? Is this all there is? Sound familiar? David had dreams, big dreams. He wanted to start his own company, become an expert in digital marketing, get in incredible shape. But here's the thing, they were just dreams. Vague, foggy, someday dreams. One cold winter night, while lying in bed scrolling through his phone, something caught his eye. A book review, How to Be Disciplined by Sheldon Howe. His first thought was, what a useless topic. But something inside him whispered, maybe this is exactly what you need. 3 days later, the book arrived. David grabbed a cup of coffee, sat on his balcony, and opened to Chapter 1. And what he read hit him like a freight train. The chapter was titled, Set Clear Goals. Now you might be thinking, that's it? That's the big secret? But wait, this isn't about just writing down goals. It's about something much deeper. The book said, establishing clear and achievable goals is fundamental to discipline. Goals provide direction and motivation, making it easier to stay focused and measure progress. Then came the line that changed everything for David. If you don't know where you're going, you will never get there. Think about that for a second. How many of us are just drifting through life hoping things will somehow work out? David realized he'd been living his entire life in this fog. Sure, he had dreams, but they were so vague they might as well have been fairy tales. Someday, I'll start a company. Okay, what kind of company? When? What's step one? He had no answers. But here's where it gets interesting. The book explained that our brains can't work toward vague goals. Your mind needs specificity. It needs a target. Imagine trying to hit a bullseye while blindfolded in a dark room. That's what chasing vague dreams feels like. But the moment you turn on the lights, remove the blindfold, and see that target clearly, everything changes. That's the power of clear goals. So what did David do? He closed the book, walked inside, and sat down with a notebook. For the first time in his life, he wrote down specific, measurable goals. Not get in shape, but lose 10 kilograms in 6 months. Not learn marketing, but complete 3 advanced digital marketing courses. Not read more, but read 5 books every month. See the difference? Each goal had numbers, deadlines, and clarity. But here's where most people fail, and David almost did too. The next morning, his alarm went off at 6 a.m. He hit snooze. 5 minutes turned into an hour. When he finally woke up at 7:30, he felt like a failure. Not today either, he muttered. But then he remembered something else from the book. Failure is part of the process. Don't be discouraged by small setbacks. Focus on getting back on track. That evening, David did something brilliant. He put up a large chart on his wall and wrote down all his goals. Next to each one, he drew small boxes. Every time he completed a task, he'd put a check mark in the box. Why does this work? Because your brain loves visual progress. Every check mark released a little hit of dopamine, making him want to check off the next box. It became addictive in the best way possible. But the real breakthrough came when David learned to break his big goals into tiny steps. The book said, break your goals into smaller, manageable steps. A big goal can feel overwhelming, but smaller steps make it achievable. So instead of run a marathon, he started with jog for 15 minutes this week, then 20 minutes the next week, then 30. Small wins created momentum. Momentum created confidence. Confidence created results. And here's something unexpected that happened. One day, David's mom called, upset that he hadn't been in touch. He realized that in his obsession with goals, he'd neglected his relationships. That's when he understood something crucial. Setting clear goals isn't just about career and fitness. It's about every area of your life. Your health, your career, your relationships, your personal growth. Clear goals in each area create a balanced, fulfilling life. Now, David's journey didn't stop here. Setting clear goals was just the beginning. Because here's what he discovered. Knowing where you're going is step one. But actually getting there, that requires 5 more powerful lessons from this book. How do you stay consistent when motivation fades? How do you handle the inevitable failures and setbacks? How do you resist the temptations and distractions that try to pull you off course? Each of these questions is answered in the remaining chapters, and each one builds on this foundation of clear goals. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just watch this video and move on. Right now, pause for a moment and ask yourself, what's one area of my life where I've been living in the fog? Where have I been saying someday instead of setting a clear target? Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's your career that you've been neglecting. Maybe it's a relationship you've been ignoring. Whatever it is, get specific. Write it down. Make it measurable. Give it a deadline. Put it somewhere you'll see it every single day. And here's the thing. This is just chapter 1. David's transformation didn't happen overnight. It happened step by step, lesson by lesson, day by day. If you want to see how his story unfolds, if you want to learn the other 5 disciplines that took him from lost and stuck to focused and unstoppable, make sure you follow Book Breeze. Hit that follow button right now because we're breaking down each chapter one video at a time. Trust me, chapter 2 on developing a routine is going to blow your mind. Remember, your life won't change because you watch this video. It'll change because you take action on what you learned. So go set that clear goal right now. Write it down and let's build the life you deserve, one discipline at a time. I'll see you in the next video where we dive into chapter 2. Until then, stay disciplined, stay focused, and keep breezing through those books. This is Book Breeze, signing off.